If you want to build your own tray, sliding tray, and you don't know how, I'm going to teach you step by step how you can do it. So in this case, I have a Ram, it's a ProMaster City, so I'm going to show you how I did in order to do this, because otherwise it's very uncomfortable when you have to, crawl inside of the van just to be able to remove some tools or anything like that. Or if you want me to do it for you, I can do that for you. All my information is in the contact in the video description. As you can see, I have this Ram ProMaster City. So in this case, I'm going to start with the project. I'm going to create my own tray so that way I can slide it out. I bought these rails that you see over here, so they are going to be working pretty good. So all you have to do is just buy a piece of plywood and then stud on the side and then stud in the other side, and it should work just fine. So now I'm going to show you step by step what I'm doing, so that way you can do it the same. Here I have the rail, so that way you have the sliding rail. I put the stud here, I put the screw in this side on the bottom, and I did the same thing in the other end. So one over there, one in the middle, in the other end, and I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to cut it maybe a little bit shorter, so that way it's going to have the same width of the toolbox. And then I'm going to install another one just like this here, and we should be able to use each hole that you see here, so that way it's going to be firm. And after that, as you can see, we have those holes on the floor. We're going to remove that, and then I'm going to put them here, so that way it's going to be firm in one place, so that way I can move it, in and out easily. So you have to open it all the way. So the way we're going to put the holes, we're going to put the screws on those holes, and then after that I'm going to try to close it and see if I can have access in the other holes that we have here, as you can see. That way we can put more screws against this, and that should make it firm enough to hold all the weight. As you can see, we have this handle here that you have to lift it up, so that way you're going to be you're going to have access to this, and you can leave this extended all the way out. So that way you're going to be able to use this hole. I made a mark here, as you can see, another mark here. I have another one there, so that way you can move this hole. You see here, done. And then you move it towards that place, and then you put one screw in each place, and then it should be firm enough. Otherwise, it's going to move, it's not going to be good. So we were able to put these screws here. I'm going to do the same here, and that's it. As you can see, it's firm now, so all you have to do is you have to push down the level of the knob, and then as you can see, this is not moving if you don't unlock it from there. So that is the trick, and once you do that, we should be good now. So, and it will stay in place. So now we have to replicate this here, and we should be good. All right, as you can see, the rail is great. So I bought this is going to be bolted down to the wood. This is loose, as you can see here, so I have to put the screws in the other side, and we should be good. So after that, we're going to put the rail, same procedure, and we should be good. And after that, we're going to put that piece of plywood. We're going to put this on that piece of plywood, and we're going to use the side that you see here, the holes, as you can see here. We're going to put it on the side of that. Hopefully that will be thick enough. That is 1/2 inch. So if that is good, great. Otherwise, we are going to have to use maybe 3/4. I don't want to make it very heavy. I want to travel light if it's possible. I'm using the chalk box. I think it's called like that, so that way I know where the holes are, and I will be able to make the holes over here on the plywood. Right, as you can see, I was able to put the first one. I have to put the second one, so you do the marks like I said before with the chalk box or chalk thing that I told you before. Take the measurements. We should be good. So now we're going to work on this. As you can see, this is a little bit longer. So now I have to cut it so that way it will fit between these. I think we should be good. Right, as you can see, we have 19 inches here. So I took the measurement here, 19 inches. I did the same thing in the other side. Now we are using the chalk box, this one, and we should be good. Now we should cut it, and it should be easy. As you can see, I was able to put the screws here on the side, over there as well, same thing here. So, and then we're going to put this here. I think it's going to be, I'm using the 1/2 inch. So for the plywood, I think with this, if I put screw everywhere, I think it will be sturdy enough to keep it here in place. And then as you can see, we can put it inside, outside. I will have to unlock it from here. Of course, I'm filming with the other hand, but it will work just great. So what I'm thinking is I can buy another one just like this for the other side, so that way I can have two toolboxes in the other side, and I can build the same thing over here, and then I will have plenty of room to put every tool that I want. Because when you put the screws inside of here, you're going to have the difficulty that you don't know the middle of the plywood. So what I recommend is writing a small line, so that way at least you know where is the middle. Otherwise, once it's here, it's going to be kind of difficult. So here in this case, I'm using a 3/4. So if you want to use 3/4, that will work better. But it is up to you, depending on the size of the amount of tools that you have. When you finish the project, make sure that everything is flush, as you can see here and here as well. Otherwise, if one is longer than the other, one is going to latch first than the other one, and it's not going to work. So make sure that everything is flush, like I said before, and it will look decent or better, and also it will lock at the same time. As you can see, I put screws everywhere in every hole, so the way it will be firm, and I use 1/2 inch, so the way it will be less heavier. And then also this is going to give it a strength to the whole plywood, so that way I don't have to use a thick one. So with the slim one it will be enough, because we will have many points of support for everything. Now I have to put the toolbox here and see how it goes. All right, as you can see, success. So it works like a champ. So if I push it all the way, you will have to push this down to unlock it. Otherwise, it works great. As you can see, it will be way easier for me to put everything over there, here. And now I can put more tools here, and we should be good. as you can see, I was able to put another column of two boxes, and everything works great. So as you can see, I have a lot of weight, but everything turned out great. So if you have any question, please let me know in the section below. And as usual, if you want me to build something for you, just let me know as well. And see you in the next class.